The Bush administration has embarrassed us, has embarrassed the country, has really made us seem like a redneck nation, and unfortunately they have a lot of media geisha who service the president who will perpetuate that kind of cracker mentality. Fox News and some people on MSNBC, right-wing radio, and they have right-wing radio day at the White House where all the right-wing radio blowhards show up under a big tent on the lawn, and the Republicans trot out all their warriors, and they all get the talking points. They're so simplistic and so facile and so dishonest, and yet they're just parroted by all the right-wingers. So I consider what Sam and I do an answer to it, an answer to all the disinformation over the last 30 years, all the slander that comes from the right, is that we answer it unabashedly, and we try to correct people's disinformation or their how they've been misinformed. They would prefer a non-informed electorate to move their careers forward. But I started noticing, and this happened during the Reagan Revolution. I was in college during the high school and college during the Reagan Revolution, and what I noticed with Reagan, Bush, and with Bush too is culture loses its manners when a right-winger like that gets in office. The culture becomes coarser, less intellectual. The Reagan administration and the Bush II administration do this all the time. Elites, you elites, you intellectuals, you're the only ones that they blame liberal elite intellectuals for somehow destroying the culture or for demanding that the president make an accounting of himself. And you're supposed to be offended by this. You're supposed to, what the message they want to send is intellectualism is for faggots. Only faggots read. You know what I mean? When I say faggot, I mean I don't mean an actual gay person. I'm talking junior high talk here. But they really want you to think that somehow that liberals are these elitist ivory tower limousine types that aren't in touch with reality, of course pretending they don't know what a liberal is. But elitism is secrecy. Elitism is corporate profiteerism. Elitism is no accountability. And that's what this administration, like many administrations, adhere to, is accountability last. Also, it's what's been so dishonest is the redefinition of the word liberal. Liberal is not a dirty word. It's a very good thing. That we live in a liberal Western democracy. This country was founded on a philosophy of enlightened liberalism. Without liberal reform, society doesn't move forward. Because of liberals and the blood, sweat, and tears of liberals who have fought and died for certain things, desegregation, child labor laws, environmental protections, birth control, reproductive rights, the union. People have died for these things. Liberals have fought for these things, and conservatives have hired the thugs with the bats who break their kneecaps. You know what I mean? So how liberal has become a negative is just testament to the great 30-year swindle that's going on in this country, courtesy of right-wing radio and douchebags like, douchebags like Ed Gillespie, former Enron lobbyist, and Newt Gingrich and Rush Limbaugh, and they've managed to con about 50% of the populace into voting against their best interests for the last 30 years. What a lot of hard-right new metal conservatives do is they ask you nothing. They just need you to ask the least of yourself, seduce your lesser nature, seduce your inner Archie Bunker. That's what moves the right wing of the Republican Party, is Archie Bunker Nation. Unless we participate in our own lives and in this democracy such as it is, life just happens to you. It just rolls right over you. It just continues to happen to you, and you pay for it literally with tax dollars and with your health and with your life in some cases.